Yes, okay. Yes, we are inside right now for another edition of the Intheloop podcast. We have a very, very special guest with us today. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Femi Bellx. I am a 19-year-old YouTuber and filmmaker, screenwriter, creative artist, all that good stuff.
So before we even get into anything, we're just going to quickly go through a quick fire round.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally just choose one or the other, yeah?
Choose one or the other?
One or the other.
Okay, cool.
So for
Got that.
example, I'll ask you, do you prefer texting or talking?
Okay, cool.
Alright, so
I'm so dead. Do I prefer texting or talking?
Yeah.
Talking.
Talking, okay. What's the favourite day of the week for you?
Monday.
What is a nickname your parent used to give you? When you was
A
young?
nickname my dad calls me my Femi.
My Femi.
Yeah,
Nice.
with the intonation.
Cool.
Exactly.
Favourite holiday you've been on?
Spain.
Spain. Nice. Alright, so this is a bit of an intricate one, but let's get into it. So, would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or speak to animals?
Ooh. Speak to animals.
Speak to animals?
Yeah.
Cool, you're looking a bit.
Okay.
Fair enough. Alright, cool. What's your favourite childhood TV show?
Favorite childhood TV show? Don't judge me, EastEnders.
That's
That's not a childhood.
Oh,
TV
childhood but I didn't really still. Okay, when I was Balamori.
Balamori.
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool. Alright, we'll shake that off. Alright, cool. So Miss Femi, we've been we've been very interested in what you do on YouTube.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get started by saying, like, how did you get into? What was your inspirations for YouTube?
So with like the whole academic stuff, it was more. I went to like a really, I'd say, prestigious sixth form. And I went to like Brampton Manor. I don't know if you've seen them on the TV.
I've heard of them,
I see them on TV and in the news.
And one thing that I noticed was that like a lot of my peers didn't necessarily get the same kind of guidance as me, and I felt kind of sorry for them. So it was more like I would want to be that voice as someone who's had the opportunity to go to such an institution to share that knowledge with other people. And I'm just someone who like always spoke to myself a lot. So I was like, okay, I'd want to start a YouTube channel. As soon as I get that equipment, boom.
Nice.
I'm out.
So would you say you're more introverted than extroverted, or are you just both?
It's a weird one because I prefer spending time with myself, but when I'm around people, I like to spend time with people. So
Nice.
I call it like an introverted extrovert,
Cool.
if that's a word.
I think it's ambivert, but don't call me.
Ooh.
Go on, use your words.
But cool. So you said you went to Brampton, man.
Yeah, Brampton.
So what experience was that like? I'm pretty sure it was you was a minority. Like, what was your experience there?
I went to Brampton Secondary School. Yeah.
Right.
So getting into the sixth form, it wasn't that hard for me.
Right.
And the experience there, it was good. Like in year 12, it was like the social life was dead, but the academia was really, really, really good. Like I actually enjoyed waking up to go to school. And then year 13 came, and like I made like really good friends, and some of my close friends from secondary school also went to my sixth form.
Nice.
But then when year 13 came, I just couldn't be bothered anymore like with any of it. I was just like, yeah, get me out of here. So it was like a lot of work, but it was like I just wanted to end up on Twitter. Really, that was my motivation. I won't even lie. But yeah, so yeah.
What you done with?
Year 13. So what you said, you kind of just was it mentally you kind of gave up? Or
Like it was a whole load of giving up because I was just like, I don't know, everything just became so much more difficult, way more difficult than I had anticipated. I think when I went to year 12, it was like I knew A-levels were going to be hard, but it wasn't as hard as I expected. So going into year 13, no one prepared me for the jump, so it was like really difficult. But yeah, it was a lot of hard work, definitely.
Nice. So what grades did you get?
I got 3 A's.
Talk. Come on.
I got 3 A's.
Being a bit humble.
Oh,
you know.
damn.
In what subject?
English literature, economics, and psychology.
Wow. So a lot of preparation must have went into that.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So yeah. So in terms of education, so you went to Brampton. Speak to us about, like you said, in terms of you being in your peers and being kind of the beacon for your peers. Like, how did that inspire or influence other people, like your friends?
What do you mean?
Like, what? Right. like for example, the people you hang out with.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you go into a prestigious university or college.
Yeah.
Made them raise a few eyebrows. So like, what was kind of the response to that?
I think it was just like a lot of my friends from secondary school, the ones who didn't go to the same sixth form as me, was like, we kind of went all of our separate ways. But I'm someone who like, I'm quite a low maintenance friend anyway. Like we don't need to speak every day to be friends.
Love
so it was never a case.
They're the best type of friends.
Trust me.
Yeah.
But it was never a case of like, like they just understood because they knew what it was at Brampton. So yeah, like everybody in the whole borough like knew what it was. So it was pretty much. It was never really an issue. Yeah.
So the university you go to, what university? Are you still currently there?
Yeah, I'm at Warwick University, but I'm taking a gap year to go to film school.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for that?
Warwick or film school?
No, let's start with Warwick first.
I was there by accident. I wasn't meant to go there.
Accident.
Yeah, by accident.
Clearing?
Yeah, clearing.
Let's talk about that.
So on my year 13 results day, I was meant to go to Nottingham, and my initial plan was to do economics at university.
Right.
But then like one day I was just like, no, that ain't it, y'all. So I changed my course to English literature because it was something that I enjoyed more at the time anyway. And then on results day, I wanted to change my course. I called up Nottingham. They were like, no space. And then I had to like quickly go through clearing, and Warwick.
What a place to get cleared to, boy. A good place to get cleared to.
I'll tell you about me. I didn't go to any university. My life was a bit different many years ago. But I've always wondered, because my little sister now, she's studying journalism. Do you think that at the age when you finish year 13, you go to university, that's the right time to decide what you want to do with your life in regards for a university course?
I think it depends upon how prepared you've been for that beforehand, because if it's something that you've wanted to do since you were a child and it's something that has been made apparent to you for a very long time and you've had a lot of time to think about it, then yeah, definitely. Like for example, some people that aspire to go to Cambridge from like primary school, it's like, okay, they've had their whole lives to think about that, fair enough. But if you're someone who you only like started to consider university when you got to sixth form and that's the only time you ever like spoke about it, or it depends. I think it depends. Like it's very subjective to the individual, but for me personally, I would say I'm someone who university was very highly anticipated, but when I got there, it wasn't what I expected as much. So I'd highly recommend gap years to just think about it, because I just feel like a lot of people do it because it's the next step, but it's not necessarily what they want to do.
Cool. So in terms of let's say a few years back, you got to Warwick. What's your background in regards to where you're from?
Nigeria. Yeah.
So how did your parents take you going to, because Warwick is a prestigious university, so they must have been proud, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like my mum, because I couldn't with my AS grades, I wanted to go to Warwick like from a very long time ago, but I got like an E in maths, so I couldn't go there for economics. So then it was like, okay, we let that go. Nottingham was still an alright uni, and then she was really proud like on my results day. She was like, yeah, thank God.
African parents.
We thank God. Definitely.
Cool. So in terms of Warwick, obviously education, very prestigious, but you need everything's balanced. So what do you do for downtime? What was your idea of a good time? Not being in a library or
I never even went to the library. That's the funny thing.
We're not going to show this to the Warwick lecturers.
Hello. Like I had like the friends I made there, they were like, oh geez, like shout out to all my friends, but shout out to my friends. My friends there were just mad cool, so we just used to like chill a lot and like go out to parties. But Warwick isn't really that place, so it was like, I don't know, what did I used to do? I used to spend a lot of time by myself. Like I think that's the time I really got to spend by myself, and I wasn't complaining. So cool. Yeah, it was cool. Like I had good friends. Academia wasn't as great as I expected, but the social life, I give it like a 5 out of 10. It was alright.
I know Leicester and Birmingham and all them type of cities are down the road.
The funny thing is, like people who go Leicester, they don't even think it's that deep anymore. Like I think it's fallen off a bit. Yeah. Cool.
The hype died down.
The hype has died down.
It's a big deal when I went uni. But alright, cool. So so in terms of fast forward a few years, so you're doing YouTube now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about YouTube as in, so YouTube in terms of female demographic, tends to be like for makeup, tends to be for like popular culture, things of that nature. You're doing something that's completely left, like anomaly, basically. So yeah, what kind of inspired you to do that? Because that's a big deal. Like what you're doing, I haven't really seen anyone do that.
I just thought like, oh, I have the opportunity, so why not? And like, I used to be like the year 13 that a lot of the year 12 used to come to ask questions, because a lot of like the people at Brampton, they weren't as talkative or open about like their experiences and stuff, but I was always down to chat. So I just thought, spread the knowledge, pretty much.
What's the feedback like? You must be getting good feedback.
I get loads of messages.
Turn into mentor now. You're like a mentor now.
Yeah, something like that. Like I get loads of messages about people's confusion and stuff. Try to help them navigate through their experiences.
And does like the sixth form stuff? Did they support you with it as well? Did they give you a little push or anything?
No, you know. But I'm gonna contact them. I think they're probably like, it's probably my initiative to.
Warwick, if you see this.
Warwick.
Yeah. I don't know what camera I'm looking for.
Warwick,
if you see this.
Warwick, shout me.
You've got a mentor on your hands. Cool. So, YouTube. So, what do you think about the state of YouTube, like in terms of the monetizing, in terms of young people getting on it? Like, do you think it's a good idea? Do you think people should? Do you think it's oversaturated?
No, definitely not. I feel like people saying that it's oversaturated does not make any sense, because it's really not. Like, I feel like it may appear oversaturated because if you have like Twitter, you're always seeing YouTube videos, but in terms of the black community especially, biggest minority on YouTube, like there's people who are making racks on racks and racks on racks from YouTube, and like people complain about people just trying to do their thing. Like, don't hate, just go do yours. But yeah, I think it's good. Like, if you find it fun, defo. But the whole monetization thing, I think if you go in with the intention of making money, you might be a bit disappointed. But just do your thing, make it good quality, and eventually what will happen will happen. So
the whole preparation of getting you, obviously YouTube is not as easy as just putting yourself in front of a camera. I'm pretty sure you got to edit. Do all of that. Like, what's that like for you? Explain to me like a normal day in Femi's life in terms of YouTube.
I haven't done YouTube in such a long time, but like consistently. But so now I've developed a routine, because obviously like I do like film stuff isn't that as well now. So I dedicate like I'm going to dedicate my mornings to YouTube and like my evenings to like film stuff, because I write and stuff. So I'd record a video, edit it that same day as soon as I film it, and then just render it, upload.
Okay.
Easy.
Have you ever thought about like developing in regards to the content you put out?
Like I'm gonna I was thinking, because I want to make like sort of a bit more different content, I was thinking to make another channel, but I'm not sure.
What would it be like?
It would be like more of the popular culture things that you were talking about, because obviously that's stuff I'm interested in as well, but I'm also interested in academia. Like vlogs, hair stuff, not really makeup, because I'm not, but like, just girl stuff, girl talks, motivational talks and stuff like that, because I feel like I have a lot to say, but I wouldn't want it to mix in with because I plan to like tour the series that I did on my channel with like schools.
Oh,
so
nice.
I wouldn't want it to be like mumbled up and confused, like why is there a video about hair here and
So just keep everything organized. Cool.
Pretty much.
Your filmmaking, tell me more.
So I'm a screenwriter.
Wow.
And how did I get into that? I feel like I've always been like an imaginative kid. Like,
sorry, really quickly, what's your favourite film?
What's my favourite film? Get Out.
Get Out is a bag up.
No, I'm confused.
I said it like it's a music,
favorite
like
film.
it's a tune.
My favourite film?
We're talking all time,
Get
Alright, let's say this year and then all
Okay.
time. To be specific.
Wait, is that a bad thing? Like,
No.
do you not like Get Out?
I don't not like it.
But you said,
It's
you
like-
think it all
I'm
time.
thinking like there's some big films you can.
The funny thing is, ironically, I don't watch that much films. I'm more of like a music person, and I catch inspiration from there.
We're gonna get into that.
But film,
Get Out.
I keep to my word. Get Out. And any movie that can make me cry, love it.
Get Out made you cry.
No, but I'm saying any movie that can I'm saying any movie that can make me cry, love it.
Okay.
Lion King,
Yeah.
that made you cry. That
Classic.
I shed a little tear for Simba and Mufasa. Yeah.
Cool. So as you were saying in terms of your films.
So I was always like a pretty imaginative child. I used to like have like toys and stuff, and I used to be left at home by myself a lot. Like I've got 3 older siblings, And I used to like make my toys like have dialogue between each other, like I was crazy. And then I used to write like stories like from young. And then when I was like last year, nearly 2 years ago now, my friend, he was doing uni cribs with Uncle Ed. Have you heard of it? I don't know if you guys have heard of it. He's a comedian. And
wait, sorry, who has the iPhone charger around his head?
Yeah. I'm so dead.
Yeah.
And he was basically looking for a camera operator. My brother's a camera operator. He was just starting out at the time. And he was like ranting on Snapchat, like how like no one wants to help. And I was just like, oh, like what do you need help with? Like me being my helpful self. And he was like, oh, like I want to do loads of things. I want to write scripts. And then he called me and we had like this really long conversation, just like merging ideas and stuff. And then he told me about this script that he wanted to write. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. Like I'll try write a script, because I always like writing stories, but I never wrote scripts. And then I wrote the script and he was like, oh wow, that's sick. Like you should defo consider it.
Could you give us a little glimpse into what that script might be?
That script. I'm not. It's not.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that script.
It's a need to know.
It's on pause for now, but I'm working on loads of other projects.
So in regards to you, so the whole film screenwriting, what's the end goal? What's the idea?
What's the end goal?
Is it a film? Is it just a direct film?
No. I want to write film.
Just write films?
Yeah, right. I don't know about directing. I feel like I would want to write a film. When the whole production is in action, observe first and see if it's something that I'm interested in. And because obviously I wouldn't want to take that risk. I'm like a very like good quality person, so I wouldn't want to put myself forward for that if I know I'm not fully trained in it. So if I observe, see if I like it, do a bit more research into it, learn myself, and then
Cool. All right.
So I'll tell you a bit about me again. I like talking about me.
Yeah, I love that.
Back in my younger days, I thought I could write the occasional script or two.
Really?
Script writing is long. How do you have the patience for it?
I don't think it's that long, you know. I feel like when you just if you're heavily invested into it, like, because I see it, so I just write what I see.
How long does it typically take you to write a script?
Okay, so I was writing a series, and like it would take me like a day to write like a 30-page script.
Damn.
Oh, you're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
No, you're very good.
It's fun, so like it's not
cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
30.
Alright. So I was reading earlier in the newspaper, going back to the educational, that males are beating females in terms of A-levels. I don't know whether you saw that statistic. You see that stat?
It's typically the other way around.
Females, yeah. I wanted to ask you, what's your opinion on that? Like, why do you think females are normally better, more intellectual, or?
I don't know. Maybe it's just that a lot of males are seeing academia as more of like a sustainable route as opposed to like football and stuff.
That's interesting, you know.
Don't want to be a rapper anymore.
Yeah, maybe they want to be doctors and lawyers now. Who knows?
Cool. It's true.
You said earlier you took a lot of inspiration from like music and stuff.
Yeah.
So what kind of music exactly do you listen to?
Ooh, I feel like my music taste is very wide scale because of how like I grew up listening to music. So I listen to a lot of music. What's
your favourite tune right now?
What's my favourite tune?
I'll tell you mine. Soko.
Yes, madam. I like that song. My favourite song. I was thinking of this the other day, you know. I don't think I have a favourite song, but I was listening to Dark Vader yesterday, J House.
Banger.
Love J House. Yeah.
Free J House.
Free J House, man. He didn't do it.
So have you ever thought about doing anything musically? Maybe tying it in?
You know, like yesterday, me and my brother were talking about some lady who writes songs, and I was just thinking, like, imagine just writing songs and just making raps off of writing a song, like. Wow, because it never occurred to me that like some people really can't write their own music. Yeah. I was just thinking there's probably someone out there who's just like looking for a songwriter, and I can fully do that. But yeah.
The Dream made millions writing music. The Dream.
Is it?
Millions.
What's your guys' favourite albums?
Will you go first?
What are you talking like this year? Are you talking this year?
Of all time.
Okay, I'll give you this year. Album of the year for me, Nipsey Hussle's album, Victory Marathon. Victory Lap.
Victory Lap.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
I've been pushing Nipsey for years, so I'm one of those people who've been waiting for the album.
So
like, yeah.
What about recently?
Recent.
So Nipsey Hussle's album is your favorite album of all time?
No, this year. This year. This year.
Specifics.
You know what I mean? All time's difficult. Just depends on my mood. So I could tell you that certain R. Kelly albums I think are amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just depends on my mood.
Fair enough.
I hear that.
Yeah. Good.
Me of all time. I listen to so much music in terms of rap, but I think of all time, most probably Nas Stillmatic. I don't know if any of you know about that, but Nas Stillmatic. In terms of recently, Astroworld.
Yeah, I like
Travis Scott.
Astroworld, yeah.
Anyone listening to that?
I was listening to that.
Yeah, just shaky head.
My brother plays it all the time, yeah.
But yeah, Astroworld, yeah, that's been knocking. And Scorpion, I'll throw that one in there.
Sick.
Of course, it's giving me some side eye.
Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Scorpio was decent. I give it
Yeah.
Decent.
8 out of 10, no pun intended.
Whoa.
I agree. 8 out of 10. It was good stuff.
8 out of 10. That's
What's
strong.
your
I'm
favorite
joking.
tune?
My favorite song from Scorpion.
20
That's hard,
plus
you know.
songs.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Tune.
songs on there.
From each side, if that makes it easier.
Yeah. My brain's gone. Yeah, I'd say like I really like Nice for What, but that's really
Okay.
bad, isn't it? It sounds too commercial.
Is it because of the Lauryn Hill sample?
Yeah, I love Lauryn Hill. Miseducation is one of my favorite albums.
I would put that in there if you gave me the top 3. But
Them ones. Okay, top three. Well, within the range for you guys.
Okay. Let's bring it to UK. Who's your favorite UK artist at the moment? There's so many to pick from.
Nah, my favorite UK artist always is J House, man.
Yeah, Hustler, baby. Yeah, okay.
Hustler. I like Georgia Smith,
Okay.
Dave sometimes. Yeah,
Cool. Alright.
UK music.
UK music, yeah, it's coming. So in terms of future plans, Femi, what are you up to? What's the rest of the year looking like for you?
So I'm going to film school this year with the BFI, and I am writing films. Planning to get them. Planning to get them produced. And get them out there, enter them into festivals and stuff before YouTube. Hopefully, just
Sweet.
yeah, man. Hopefully, this time next year I'll be a millionaire.
Pay us a visit and then update us.
Definitely.
Oh, I like that. If you're extra, you know. That's me. I stand in the back of a film and do a little something.
Oh wait, I just
You know?
did.
Yeah, you just caught it.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so yeah, any of your socials, if you want to shout out your socials for the people.
So my
Can you find
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and what other social media is there?
Snaps.
Oh yeah, Snapchat. It's all Femi Bellx. Femi BELLX.
There you go.
Good
So, yeah,
stuff.
cool. So thank you for coming down.
Thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
Lovely jubbly.
And that wraps up episode 30.